Hello, everybody. I'm Bruno Andrade, Public Relations Coordinator for the IATEFL Young Learners and Teenagers Special Interest Group. And here with me, Vinicius Nobre. Hi, Vini. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Bruno. Thanks for having me.
Well, Vini, we all know that we are working under very specific circumstances, and we've all had to transform ourselves throughout the process of teaching remotely. But as what we are living has no precedent, we have to call it emergency remote teaching, a term that it was coined by Hodges et al. In March this year. So my question for you is, how are teachers going through this crisis, and what do you think it will become of them when we get out of this, hopefully someday?
I think that whenever we talk about education in classes and teachers under the present circumstances, I always like to emphasize that there are extremely diverse contexts. And I think that nowadays it has become even more important for us to distinguish one context from another. Because teachers who are working in public school systems, especially depending on the country, like here in Brazil, for example, they are facing challenges that are huge and are not necessarily the same challenges that a teacher in a language center will be experiencing. So overall, based on the conversations that I've been having with teachers, they are doing their very best. I think it's really inspiring to see all the commitment and the resourcefulness and creativity, but at the same time, it's just not sustainable. It is an emergency, but it can't be treated as an emergency that is going to last for 2-3 weeks. And as it turns out, I feel that a lot of the policies and protocols that have been implemented didn't acknowledge the fact that we could be in this context for months. And a lot of teachers are on the verge of a nervous breakdown and facing burnout syndromes and feeling extremely overwhelmed. And I am personally very concerned about what is going to happen to the profession after this. I don't have a very romantic perspective. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people are celebrating the fact that, you know, we are using more technology, and education technology will be a more active part of what we do. And teachers are wonderful because they are performing miracles. I think that this only represents a very small percentage of professionals. And overall, teachers are, at least the hundreds of teachers that have been contacting me, they are very tired. They are, in a way, losing motivation significantly. They're not feeling acknowledged. They are not getting the support that they need in order to accomplish their goals. And I think that a lot of teachers are unfortunately thinking about leaving the profession once they can. And I believe it's high time we did something about it and found ways to support teachers a little bit more, because we can't afford to have hundreds of thousands of professionals thinking about quitting teaching or feeling completely demotivated about our profession, which is already something that is part of what we do. I mean, right? If you look at the facts and figures, the percentage of teachers that leave teaching in the first 2 years is extremely high. And, you know, there are issues in terms of recognition and acknowledgement under normal circumstances. Nowadays, it's just worse.
Yeah, true. Do you think that we as teacher trainers and education entrepreneurs can do something to help these kind of teachers who are at the verge of a breakdown, or who might be feeling lost, or, I don't know, confused in these times?
I think so. I think that what I believe has been working quite well with some fairly good results, at least so far, is to create communities for teachers to talk. I, for example, started 2 support groups with teachers who wanted to liaise and talk about how they're feeling. And I was very concerned about not having the answers to the questions that could be posed. But as I've been learning, it's not really about having the answers, but it's about creating a forum for, you know, feelings to be shared and questions to be posed.
Exactly. It's all about asking the right questions back, you know.
And I think that our role nowadays has a lot to do with, you know, creating this environment of active listening, of, you know, being present, of validating feelings. I think that there is a huge amount of toxic positivity out there and however good the intention might be, that doesn't really help much. Telling people that they need to feel good about it, they need to be active and productive, they have to, when a lot of people are feeling a bit lost and a bit sad, and all they need at the end of the day is to feel validated, is to feel, you know, have their feelings respected.
That's true. That's so true. Well, thanks a lot for that, Vini. It was a pleasure talking to you as always. Bye-bye.
Bye, Bruno. Thank you.